essentially what you're looking at here is a single collector booster pack.
This is what you would see at
Except
Target.
it's put in a box. It's in a box. I guess it's in a box for its own protection, so it doesn't get stolen.
Yeah,
I don't know why it's in a box.
It's a bit. It's make it bigger. This is probably theft prevention. It was probably created with a good mindset, but unfortunately.
But the problem is you have this text that first of all, let's show the full box. Okay, so you have this. The only difference between this box and the box we were just looking at is on the right side here, you have an S, which notates that it's collector boosters. And then on the other one, it says collector booster. So if you're just looking at this at a glance, you're like, oh, well, that product is that product. It's just the same shit.
15 cards, says it on the box.
Right. But if you mouse over where it says 15 cards, that needs to be like massively bigger.
Oh, yeah.
That needs to just be like the top left of the box. And then I actually think that you need to have a banner that goes across the box or art that is so dramatically different that it looks like a different product, but a banner going across the box that says one booster pack, something like that, or one single booster, because the people that are getting screwed over, because you could go to eBay completed listings. And yeah, let's do this. Let's go to eBay completed listings.
This isn't completed, but this is in progress right here. We are looking at this live. This is $60 worth of product, right? Because these are like $20 each.
They're like 20 to 25. So at maximum, it's $75 worth of product. And you have two that are sold. Now, you could type in collector booster box and you could do completed listings and we could look at a whole bunch of people that are getting screwed over by this. But essentially, WotC needs to come in here because I'm not getting screwed over by this. You aren't. Everybody in chat, most of the people here, I'm sure there's a couple idiots hanging out in chat that are going to get screwed over by this. But most people here that are watching this stream aren't getting, they're not getting screwed over by this. Because you can buy a whole box for like $210, $220. I'm sure Kamigawa Neon Dynasty is creeping up because there's actual big chase cards in it. But yeah, you could get a whole box for like $250, or you could get that collector booster. Now there's one that sold for an appropriate price that we passed.
Yeah.
But and we're looking for ones that are green,
right? Because
those are the ones that sold.
Right.
But like this here, 5 for $185.
Right.
That's way high. You could buy essentially a box for a little bit more money.
Yeah, exactly. And
do capenna. Do capenna collector.
Yeah, that's what I want to look at, is see if
because it happened a ton with capenna. At this point, Kamigawa's probably sorting itself out a little bit.
See, and I mean, look, and this is the problem, right? This is the problem right there. The boxes of collector boosters. That is a collector booster. That is a booster from Target. This is what the packaging looks like for collector boosters. So it wasn't fixed with capenna. The big question will be, is it going to be fixed with...
Now, we did see that new Dominaria packaging that made it look kind of like, oh, okay, well, maybe they're going like way different here. Like way different.
Right.
So we'll see with Dominaria United what they do. Yeah, like 15
4x of these.
Yeah,
sold
like that's what I'm talking about.
$20.
Right, that's way overpaying. There's 5 that sold for 300.
This is
4 for 319. Like this is a good way to see it right here.
It's so cringy looking at this one right here. X4 Streets of New Capenna Collector Booster Box MTG in stock Magic X4. $320 for 4 collector's packs is what this person got. That just, oh God.
And that might be somebody who's just like, well, money is no object to me. I do not care about money. For sure, but and that's fine.
Normally people who money is no object, they can be very stingy too. And so, you know, I mean, 4 collector booster boxes for $320, that's a steal. That's a deal.
Mm-hmm. So if you're there and you're like at a glance, you're like, whoa, somebody's liquidating. I'm just gonna grab those. And now maybe they were like, oof, oh geez, and they had to reach out on eBay. Hey, sorry, I accidentally bought this. I didn't realize what you were doing. But these sellers should know better too. You know, this is a seller. Oh, yeah, I mean, there's some negative feedback there. But yeah, this is just moving forward. This is all I want to see, and then we'll put a bow on this and it'll be done. What I want to see is in the future with these products specifically, if you want to put the single collector booster in a box, the box needs to be dramatically different. That's it. That's all I need to see. Different. I need to see a box that's like, it is one pack in big letters. And then the other scams that I would be leery of as well is whenever you're buying from a new account on eBay, you'll have a lot of accounts on eBay that will sell. This is just a scam. This is something that you should always keep in mind, is just because someone has 100% feedback on eBay doesn't mean that they're exactly like, because some of these people that are selling these boxes here, they have 100% feedback. They know what they're doing.
Right.
But they're saying, you know, it is a collector booster box because technically it is a box. Even though it's a single pack, you are getting a box.
Right.
So,
well, we've seen that scam before too, honestly. Be careful of the rating, of the listing itself, because I've seen people sell just the box. They have listed the box. People aren't reading the description. Even in the description, they say all you're buying is an empty booster box, an empty cardboard box, but they'll list it for the price that you would get it.
Right. And then the other thing that I would say is you'll have somebody who goes and they will on eBay, they'll create an account and they will buy a ton of stuff, right? They'll buy a ton of stuff to generate feedback. Like say they want to buy cards.
Yeah.
Because if you go on and you're like, say I go to bootleg MTG on Reddit and I order a bunch of fake cards and my goal is to sell these cards. So what these people do is they go and they generate feedback buying cards and then selling cheap cards that are authentic. And then once they've generated enough feedback to make it look like they have an account that is, you know, a well-oiled machine, then they start peppering in, well, now I'm going to sell a big high-end fake card because it looks like I have a legitimate thing going on here. Not saying everybody does that,
sure,
but I have seen eBay accounts that do. So you just want to make sure that, you know, 9 times out of 10, or I should say 99 times out of 100, a seller's not trying to rip you off. But there are people out there that are just like, well, if they don't know any better, that's the risk you take when you spend money on the internet. Those are the people to watch out for.
Yeah.
I would just say make sure you don't just willy-nilly buy high-end stuff. Sometimes I like to vet that stuff a little bit more.
For
like
sure.
buy from a Facebook group or like buy from somebody that I know.
Right.
Trade.
This is an online, obviously, trick because it's pictures.
Right.
Making a low-res picture look like an actual, you know, just not glancing at it, honestly, specifically enough.
Yeah.
But Jake uses eBay a lot, and so he sees a lot of this crap.
Yep.
Also, repacks. I don't really understand why people do repacks, but that's a scam for another day. I tried to look up Commander Legends Baldur's Gate to see if the Target had their collector boosters listed yet, but they do not. I haven't seen them anywhere. On the Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate packaging guide for WPN stores, you see the collector boosters, what these look like with the pink and blue dragon. It'll be interesting to see if we get a different
single box.
Yeah, single box.
Yeah. I see August says, do you guys remember when people were selling PDFs of graphics cards, like straight images? August, those are NFTs.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Disingenuous sellers online. Nope, that's the pre-release kit. I was curious if maybe that was what the collector booster looked like on Target shelves, but that is just all of the packaging there. They don't show the Target packaging in the packaging. They're like, that's only for Target, y'all. You don't need it.
And someone brought this up and they said maybe those boxes are fulfilled by a different person. Maybe there's like people that are breaking open the collector boxes and putting them in single boxes, and then maybe they just take a high res picture of the box and they just make it into a mass produced thing. Maybe they just take a clip of the collector packaging that Wizards of the Coast produces, and then they repackage these. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know who's in charge of it, but it doesn't seem that difficult to have two separate pieces of art or a box that makes more sense so that grandma and grandpa don't get screwed over.
Yeah, for sure. Especially grandma and grandpa buying on buying on eBay. I like the suggestion from Crane Guy, says they should put a window in the single pack. Just put a little plastic, from like here over. Put the booster in the pack. You put a little window on this corner of it, and it shows that it is a single pack in there. That's basically exactly what Jake is saying. There just needs to be some easy, immediate delineation that is like no questions asked. That's a different thing. You're not going to get me sellers.